morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome in. We are here. We've got two NBA first round game sevens. One tonight, Houston Golden State. One, well, not game seven, but Golden State looking to close out in six. And then game seven tomorrow, Clippers and Nuggets, which is going to just be an incredible game. I mean, you can see it's kind of like, I feel like from the start of this series, we kind of knew it was going to go 7 games. I just had that feeling, and the spread is just 1 point. It's going to be crazy. Tomorrow night's going to be crazy. There's actually 2 game 7s tomorrow. So we have Clippers, Nuggets, and then in the NHL, Dallas and Colorado. That's a game 7. So 2 game 7s tomorrow night on top of the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. I'm not a huge I'm not a huge horse betting guy. I never really have been. I know some people are super into it. I'm really not, but it is fun to bet on the Derby. I think last year, the year before, I hit something pretty crazy on the Derby. I really can't remember. But I have if you're coming to me for Derby questions, I have no idea. I just go off of vibes. So I have no idea. I'll probably put some stuff in tomorrow, but I don't have any idea of what's actually good or bad when it comes to the Kentucky Derby. But I know there are some people out there who are very knowledgeable, when it comes to horse racing. So if you're going to wager substantial money, I would say, make sure you know what's going on. All right, we're going to talk basketball tonight and then a little MLB as well. If you guys have any questions on anything, go ahead, ask away. Starting off in this game, I think the Warriors are going to roll here. I am so surprised. How is only 51% of the bets on Golden State? What is going on here? What is the obsession that these people have with the Houston Rockets? I don't understand it. Golden State, very clearly the better team. We talked about it at length yesterday. I thought it was very, very weird, the comments from Steve Kerr before that game on Wednesday. I thought it was very clear that they were kind of just planning, we're probably not going to win this game, so we're going to rest up so we can, be ready to close it out at home. I think the Warriors are easily going to win this game. I'm shocked that, it's 50-50. I thought that Golden State would be super public in this spot coming back home, but it apparently not. I like Golden State spread money line. I think spread is telling. 5.5 is a big spread for this series. This has been hovering around 4 points, I would say, most games. So the fact that this is at 5.5, despite only 51% of the bets being on Golden State, I would take that as a good sign for Golden State. So I like the Warriors. I think they're gonna roll tonight. They're gonna hopefully close out our Warriors -1.5 series bet. So we've already cashed one of our bets. We've already cashed one. We had Pacers and Knicks just to win the series, parlayed at -101. That was a winner. And then we have Warriors -1.5, which can be a winner tonight. And then we have Nuggets to win game 1, Clippers to win the series going tomorrow night. That's I think I got that at 4-1. So that's a big money line ticket on the Clippers tomorrow. So we've got some big sweats going on tonight and tomorrow. Ryan, I would not double down. I don't think. We basically have a lower odds play on Warriors money line tonight, so I would not double down. Beasley tried to sell the full ladder. Yeah, so yeah, that was a good we talked about Malik Beasley yesterday. Thank God he did hit that ladder for us. Hit the over in the first half. The over 12. What was the line? 12.5 points. Hit that in the first half easily. If Golden State loses tonight and even game 7, that resting starters. Yeah, could be for sure. Just seemed like a weird strategy to me. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend doing that in the playoffs, but if any team can do it, it's probably Golden State just because they're so like the stars are experienced, right? Curry and Draymond, and then Jimmy Butler doesn't have a championship, but he is very experienced in the playoffs as well. So if anyone can do it, it would be them, but not something I probably would do. Knicks in Boston doesn't start till Monday. Yeah, I don't know. The scheduling is weird. I thought this was absolutely hilarious. Looking at that Knicks in Boston, Boston is minus. I mean, just such huge favorites here. Minus 1,000 to win the series, and then Cavs big favorites too. Which I mean, if you watch the streams, I've basically said for over a month, it's Cleveland and Boston in the East. I don't think anyone else has a chance. The West much more open, and this would check out. I mean, these two teams are going to play in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think this is pretty set. Cavs minus 28 for minus 1.5 too, which is pretty crazy. Knicks, you're going to have to take a minus 2.5 at minus 130. I would take this, to be honest. I think this is this is going to be a Boston sweep or a 5-game series. I would be very, very surprised if Boston and New York went 6 games. I do not think the Knicks can play with the Celtics, personally. And it's minus 140 under 5.5. So that would check out. Also, I saw, I can't remember who, I reposted my last year. It was around this time when we ranked out players that I would basically want taking the last shot. And somebody was saying this was a bad list on Twitter. That was the greatest list I've ever concocted. So we're going to do that again soon. But that was a fantastic list. I looked at that list again. I don't see any errors on that list, to be quite honest with you. But we'll do it again in maybe on like Monday or something. We'll do it again and re-rank out the guys. But I thought it was a pretty good list looking back. I think we were pretty accurate on a lot of that stuff. Early thoughts though: Knicks Boston, Knicks minus 2.5, or Celtics minus 2.5, minus 130. Looks pretty good to me. I think the Knicks are outclassed here. Cavs. I mean, Cavs honestly should win in 5 or 6, like in 4 or 5-2, but I don't really feel confident betting that. You can see it's slightly juiced to the over 5.5. The Pacers are a good team. I think the Pacers are better than the Knicks. But I still don't really think Indiana has a chance against Cleveland, even though I do think the Pacers are a good team. Looking at finals, Cleveland 5-1. I already have a Warriors future, like I said, so I'm probably going to add on Minnesota so that I guaranteed get a team facing Oklahoma City, assuming the Warriors win tonight. So I would guaranteed get a team facing OKC. I'll take my chances. And then I don't know. I don't know if I'll add Cavs or not. It's either I do this or I just bet the I'll probably just bet the Cavs in the series against the Celtics. I don't know what the odds on that will be, but I'd probably just put a bigger unit on that maybe, as opposed to taking them 5-1 to win the title. Now, where this could work out though is if we took this 5-1 and we got Golden State or Minnesota through to the finals and we had both teams in the finals, that would be ideal. Like Cavs Wolves 15-1, Cavs Warriors 20-1 for these finals futures. I'll have to think about that a little bit. For tonight, though, I think Golden State's gonna roll prop wise. I kind of like Curry. This is pretty juicy, man. I kind of like Curry over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. He should get involved. We've talked about him rebounding, in the playoffs before, and he's actually been getting assists too. Let me look at his rebound totals for this series. So for this series, we're looking at 6, 5, 7, and then the last two games, so 3 and 3. But he also had 7 assists in one of those games. So he still went over the 9.5. So game 1, he had 9. Game 2, he went over. Game 3, he went over. Game 4, he only had 6. And game 5, he went over. So he's went over 3 out of 5, and one of the misses was a 9. I don't know. I kind of like that. I think he's going to get involved passing, but he also at the same time, like these guys should come out pretty ready to go. Like I don't think there should be a slow start. So I think the Lakers started slow the other night, A, because it's the Lakers, but B, they just had played all those minutes and then it was a quick turnaround. The Warriors had a quick turnaround, but those starters really didn't play much in the second half. So they should come out ready to go tonight. I don't think they're going to start out slow. I think we probably get a big game from Jimmy Butler again. 33.5, pretty high PRA line there, though. What's just his points total? Yeah, 21.5. I like the over there. I think Jimmy is going to get cooking tonight. If we look at Jimmy Butler and specifically what he's done in this series, he has not played that much in this series, considering he got hurt. So if we look at game 1 where he played 42 minutes, he scored 25 points. Then he had missed a game, so that took that out. The game he got hurt, he played 8 minutes, so he didn't go over. Then he missed a game. He came back, he played 40 minutes and scored 27 points. And then last game, he only played 25 minutes because they pulled the starters. So in the 2 games, he's only played 2 full games in this series, and in both of them, he easily went over this 21.5 point line. So Jimmy Butler over 21.5 points might be my favorite overall play for this. And you could probably alt him up. So like 21.5, and then we could take 25 and I'd probably do a 32 maybe. But I like Jimmy Butler tonight, especially because he just had so much going on with the Heat and stuff. And he's said multiple times about how, joining the Warriors has brought his joy back to playing basketball. Like, I think he is going to come out really energized here. And Houston has kind of shown, they really, even though Houston is a good defensive team and they have a lot of length and athleticism, they have struggled to stop Jimmy Butler when he has played in the series. And I do also assume, which this is the strategy every game, and Curry just beats it, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, I would assume Houston's going to sell out all stops. Like they're going to say, we're not going to let Steph Curry beat us in a game 6 on the road, right? Even though that's the strategy every game and he still gets loose. I would not be shocked if they really, really expend all they can on Curry tonight. And that would obviously benefit Jimmy Butler as well. So Jimmy Butler over 21.5 points, probably my favorite overall bet of the day. I'm going to keep that in the bet slip. I like that one a lot. For tomorrow night, again, pretty crazy bet splits here. Not a lot of people are giving the Clippers a chance, even though it's a 1-point spread. Denver obviously has the advantage playing at home. No doubts there. They play hard, play harder. They get the loose balls. They do all the right things, and they're at home. That definitely works in their favor. But at the end of the day, I think the Clippers are better. I just think the Clippers are a better team, top to bottom. Denver is more like, I don't know. You could debate that. Jokic, Murray, and like Gordon versus, Harden, Kawhi, and like Zubac, I guess maybe would be your debate. I mean, Jokic is the best player on the floor every time he plays, but and Jamal Murray is very good in the playoffs. It's close, but the Nuggets just don't have the depth at all. I do think the Clippers kind of found something going to Batum last night. Like that seemed to work well. And they ended up starting him to start the second half, right? Made a lineup change. That seemed to work. So I think they found something there. I'll be curious to see how that plays out. Like, will they start the game with that on Saturday night? I don't know. But I'm gonna ride with the Clippers. I don't need to bet it because we already have the money line ticket. So they're plus 100. I basically have a plus 400 on them on the money line. So I'm not going to double down, but I do like the Clippers, and it's not shocking that no one's giving them a chance just because it's Denver at home, and what just happened the last time they played in Denver 2 games ago. But I don't know. I think the Clippers are the better team. I think they're going to get it done and move on. And Kawhi, I mean, has just been incredible for the entire series. Like, it's good to get one. I don't know how much more we're going to get to watch Kawhi, so it's nice to see another like prime, really, really good Kawhi series. It's been fun to watch. As for baseball tonight, there was a couple plays that I had on my radar, one of which is the Texas Rangers on the money line here at home against Seattle. So Brian Wu is a pretty good pitcher. Not the typical. Steve and I were talking about this on stream last week. Brian Wu is not your typical kind of 2025 MLB pitcher in terms of how he pitches. I mean, he throws pretty much exclusively fastball sinkers. Like once in a while, he'll mix in a slider, but he really is just predicated on locating his pitches. And he's got a very, very good fastball that he gets a 33% whiff rate on. He allows a 154 batting average with that four-seam fastball, averaging, he sits like 95, 96. So it's fun. It's really fun to watch him pitch, but he's very, very good. Very good. No, me liking Texas is not because Brian Wu is pitching. It's mainly because Texas is at home. And I also am a big fan of Jack Leiter, who has been incredible this season. 267 expected ERA, 202 actual, 25% strikeout rate. He's still hovering around that 9 to 10% walk rate. I'd like to see him cut that down a little bit moving forward. But he's only allowing a 212 weighted on base. He so made a pretty, not a big pitch mix change, but last year he was very heavy fastball, and then he would mix in that slider as his second most used pitch, and he gave up a 302 expected batting average, 350 batting average with that four-seam fastball last year. This year he's flipped it, so his fastball has been much better. First of all, he's averaging more velocity. So last year the average velo on that fastball was like 96. This year it's at 98. So he's throwing a little bit harder, but he's actually throwing his slider more than his fastball this season. And he has been very good. So I'm definitely willing to bet on Jack Leiter as a small dog, even though he's going against a good pitcher in Brian Wu. And Texas is at home. And I like how Texas's offense has been playing recently. I think they're gonna pick it up a little bit. Let me see if we have any history of Brian Wu against Texas, just for curiosity's sake. Yeah, we have 76 plate appearances, 301 expected WOBA, 250 batting average. I mean, pretty standard, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of like Texas tonight. That stuck out to me. I think we also have some good hitting weather in some places. Let me check. I think Boston, it was looking pretty warm in Boston when I looked. I think that was like the top one. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, a 9 total is one of the highest on the board today. Bayo and Ryan. we just bet against Brian Bayo and it didn't work, but he still has some pretty concerning underlying metrics. He did make a pitch mix change. He's throwing his slider more than his sinker this year. But, I mean, his expected ERA 7.37, absolutely terrible. Huh. Twins might be maybe not the money line, but maybe like a team total. I don't really love to bet on Joe Ryan either. I feel like he's good for one good start every few weeks, even though he is a good pitcher. I'm not saying he's not, but I don't know. I feel like I never trust him, but I don't know. It might have to be the Twins tonight. If Dewan was here, he'd tell you, like, this is insane to me. 86% of the bets are on the Red Sox. What is going on here? We're adding the Twins. Twins money line is a play for me tonight, and team total over might have to be a play too. I don't understand this. Over 4, yeah. Over 4.5. Prop wise, yeah, let me see. Definitely might be interested in some Twins. So Bayo is sinker slider. Last year, his sinker, he gave up a 309 batting average. This year, 364. Like this, he's still getting beat with this sinker. So we're looking for sinker hitters on the Minnesota Twins. Immediately, Byron Buxton comes to mind. Last year, 281 batting average, 49% hard hit rate against sinkers. This year, he's been worse, though. Let's see. Carlos Correa, 292 batting average last year, 44% hard hit rate. 280 expecting batting average this year. That looks okay. Trevor Larnach. Let's see. On top of like the good hitting weather, like I'm pretty surprised. Let's see. Larnach last year against sinkers, 390 batting average, 300 expected, 47% hard hits. This year, 273. Could be a look. They also have like Ty France, I guess, or Julian. Let's see. Julian, pretty bad numbers against sinkers. Not looking for him. Ty France. I want to look into how these guys are hitting it now, though. Ty France is pretty good, so he's on the list. Ty France and Larnach, and then Buxton. Those are probably the 3 on my list. But let's check the Twins' expected stats for this year. Ty France leading the team in expected WOBA, 344 actual WOBA, 401 expected, 281 batting average, 303 expected. That is very, very interesting. Now let's check batted ball, and we'll go to the Twins. Maybe this one's still low. There we go. Ty France leading the team in barrels per plate appearance at 10.2%. Byron Buxton second at 9.8. Ty France dead even with Byron Buxton for team lead and average exit velocity. He has more 95 plus mile an hour hits. He's got, I don't know. He looks pretty good. This could be a Ty France. What are his odds? Oh my lord, yes. Ty France gonna have to be a home run play. We'll play him hits, runs, RBIs too. FanDuel doesn't post that till late, so I'm assuming that's plus money as well. Let me see if I can check real quick. I actually really like this now. Set plus 750. Warm weather plus 750. All right, let's see here. All right, Minnesota, Boston. Hits, runs, RBIs. Ty France. Minus 120, minus 125 is what I'm seeing. Might be a little juicier on DraftKings. Bet365 has minus 125, but that's going to be a play. And Ty France home run, going to have to be a play at plus 750. Wow. Yeah. Twins money line. We don't even need to take the team total over, but I'll leave it in there. I'll probably play it for a little bit. I definitely like Twins. I don't know. Maybe we can do first 5. Let me take a look here. I mean, Joe Ryan's numbers are pretty good this year. Do we take team total over, or do we just do full game and then also play the first 5 money line too? That is the question. I think we do that. So I like Twins full game, Twins first 5. I definitely like Ty France props and Ty France home run. And then I love Jimmy Butler 21.5 points in the basketball game. Let me see. Is there anything else in baseball? The Dodgers-Braves game, I was looking at a little bit. Obviously, Yamamoto, very good. Grant Holmes, pretty mid stats, to be quite honest with you. 14.5% walk rate is terrible. He is not going to, like, if you come out and start walking guys against the Dodgers, I mean, you're going to run into some trouble there. And he's given up some home runs this year too. 4-seamer slider. His slider is pretty good though. 33% whiff rate, 132 batting average. Potentially an over here. But Yamamoto's been pretty nasty. Not really looking to go at him. I don't know. I would consider an over 9 Dodgers Braves too. The problem is for props, like the Dodgers guys are so juiced. It's not really any advantage to taking them. Nothing else really sticking out. Wow, this is pretty. 73% of the bets on KC, 55% of the money. Interesting. Dean Kremer, 7.04 ERA, 5.70 expected. So he hasn't been good, but he has not been as bad as what it's saying. His strikeout rate is way down, though, 14%. He was like 21, 22 the last 2 seasons. Let's see. Let's see if we can figure out why. No pitch mix change, really. So he's throwing more curveballs this year than last year. His curveball seems to be pretty decent, though. Let's check his. I already locked in Twins over 4.5 and money line. I would just play those 2. No need to go 3. I want to see. Let's check his. Let's check his BABIP for Dean Kremer. See if that could be attributing to anything. Yeah. So there you have it. If we look at Dean Kremer for his Last season, he had a 257 batting average on balls in play. This year, 317. So he's definitely been getting a little bit unlucky. The strikeouts, though, are a little bit concerning. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, his swing and miss is just way down. 10% in 2023, 9% last year, 6% this year. His called plus swinging strikes, so CSW percentage, 25%. It was 26.8% last year. So that's kind of like still right on par, though. I don't know. Why is like Baltimore such a big favorite, but all of the bets are on KC? And I guarantee you all of the bets are on KC because everyone in the world is seeing Dean Kremer with a 7 ERA as a favorite, and they're just hitting the Royals at plus money. I don't know. What about Michael Wacha? What's he up to? I mean, he's been okay. 19% Ks is not good, but his ERA and expected are both below 4. His walks are a little up to 9% this year from 6 last year. He's throwing more fastballs this year than last year. Other than that, pretty much the same. I don't know. This is interesting to me. The splits on this are interesting. I don't understand why so many people are betting KC other than they're just underdogs. I want to see. Let's look at Dean Kremer home road splits. Let's take a look. Career home and away. Career at home, 4.25 ERA, away 4.65. Career at home, 237 strikeouts, 219 on the road. He's given up more home runs at home, but that's not shocking considering he pitches in Camden Yards. Career at home, 245 batting average allowed, 265 on the road. If this wasn't so juicy, I would say we have to play the Orioles, but I really don't want to lay minus 146 on them. This is an interesting spot, though. I don't know. I'm going to think about that one a little bit more throughout the day. I really like the Twins tonight, though. And wow, that just got, was Jimmy Butler 21.5 points? Was that not just minus 120, like literally 5 minutes ago? Now it's minus 132. But yeah, those are the plays I really like tonight. We'll be live on Monday to recap everything. We'll recap these game 7s tomorrow night. Kentucky Derby, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in overall this week. Pretty good week of streams, I would say. I'll be back Monday. Good luck this weekend with all your bets, DFS, all that good stuff. And see you guys on Monday.